Live, New Thought Tuesdays.
Live.
Welcome,
New
everybody.
Thought Tuesdays, folks. So, Richard, in the entertainment industry, the idea of power, and in the spiritual industry, the idea of power, they're coming together today on New Thought Tuesdays. Power and power,
Yeah.
and bringing them together. Mr. Smith, in the entertainment industry, what is your sense of this sense of when have you had problems with, okay, no, I'm going to start myself. Okay. So in the entertainment industry, I have a history of experiencing conflict in personalities, creative personalities.
Creative personalities.
Creative personalities. And I'm finding to this day, this is one of those core beliefs that I continually refine, that idea of where does my power come from in my life experience? Where does my power come from in the entertainment industry? Well, it comes from the same place it comes where every place else. That power comes from an infinite awareness of energy.
Yeah.
And so the reason that we're talking about, you were talking to me earlier about, power and having a sense of power in what you were doing. Where do you come from with this idea of power and spirituality, spiritual power in the entertainment industry? What's your take?
First I want to talk about what you were just talking about, that we were talking about something just a while ago, and that was, we're doing a visioning process the other night. And one of the questions, and I forget what question it was, but what came up for me is I have to claim my power. What do I have to do? What do I have to change in order to feel fulfilled, make my dreams come true? With this vision, and the thing came up for me, power. Not the power that people think that I've been trying to use. I'm going to make this happen and I'm going to make that happen. It's going to, it's going to be great and all of this, but it's the power within, that spiritual power we're talking about. So that's what we're going to talk about today, spiritual power.
That's what we're talking about, spiritual power.
Who's the greatest, who do you think is the greatest example of using spiritual power?
Well,
anybody you know? Oh, you know.
I mean, if you're going to talk biblical on me, I would go for, that guy from the Bible, that Jesus guy.
Yeah.
Those stories, I love the stories of how, I get that he was the embodiment of Christ. I believe that. I have faith in that. And at the same time, the dude was a flesh and blood dude.
Yeah.
He conception or not, he was born. He grew, he went through whatever he went through, and he was a human being that experienced and expressed a sense of that Christ power to the point where he could use it for such good, for such healing,
Now, here's a controversial thing that I got to ask you, is that that master also said, whatever I can do, you can do more. Do you believe that we have access to the same power that he used when he raised the dead, healed the sick, walked on water?
I do.
Then how come we're not using it? Everybody's using it.
Awareness of it, belief in it, commitment to it, the ability to transcend that we're so conditioned with. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he was a pretty special human being.
Yeah.
And he experienced and expressed. I don't think the question is, why don't we? I think the question is, how can we? And I think that's what we do at New Thought Tuesdays.
That's what we're going to talk about today. So how can we connect with this power and presence within? What is that power and presence to you, Dean? The power and presence to me is that's the divine within us. I call it the genie within.
Right.
The infinite filmmaker creating the movie of your life. There's something within us that we can access. And I've used it so many times to create miracles in my life, little miracles and big miracles, things that I went, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But yet I do believe it happened.
Yeah.
Because like you say, your awareness of this power and presence. And I think you and I have such a high awareness of it that we know how to access it and use it from within. And that's what that's why I believe I'm being called, is to share this information so that others can use it too, to make their life flow a lot easier without all the struggle, especially in the entertainment business.
Yeah. Yeah. Because in the entertainment business, there's a lot of appearances of, we talk about the Christ consciousness as an accepted way of being for all of us. There's an accepted way of being in certain creative and for certain jobs, it's just accepted to be. If you go into a law firm, there's an accepted way of being. If you go into a courtroom, there's an accepted way of being. If you become a police officer, there's an accepted way of being, or a teacher. When you go into the entertainment business, there's an accepted way of being. One of the things I love about the folks from New Thought Tuesdays is that we are going into the world, going into the Hollywood of the world, to bring our sense of spirituality quietly and effortlessly into the creative experience, to make the creative experience flow and freedom.
And more enjoyable.
More enjoyable, flow and freedom.
Bring more joy.
And it's when we claim our power, not our dominance, but our power. There's a difference. There's a difference between having a strong sense of self-creativity and being egocentric, recognizing that your own self is all that's important. So these are the shifts that we bring into the entertainment industry at every level, above and below the line of God is here and now present as the power that is expressing as you in this moment.
In, as, and through you.
In, as, and through you. In, as, and through you.
The power isn't external. The power is within each and every one of us. So, Dean, let's take music, because you use your musical metaphor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say a musician has inner power. How can he use this inner power to be able to write that next song, put that band together, perform in public without all the nervousness that comes along with it?
Well, what the power does is it allows the musician in us, metaphorically or actually, to imagine, to hear, and to express the music that's in our mind. So from a musical standpoint, how do we go to a place where we allow ourselves to experience and express something that is calling from deep within us? And playing with it playfully, using this power playfully to create music, whether it be a playful type of music or a somber type of music, but using we go back to it, the idea of going within, being aware and quiet within, meditation, prayer, quietness, and imagining, allowing your freedom, your freshness to dance. And from a musical standpoint, putting yourself in a place where you are in the world of music. It's like spirit, acknowledging that you're in the world of spirit, be in the world of music, and bring music into everything. That's why I love living in concert with life. That's my musical metaphor, is bringing music into every aspect of spirituality as just a way of celebrating that music, celebrating that spirituality, and celebrating the power. When I turn on celebrate, dance to the music, there's a power there.
Yeah.
It's not just the playfulness. It's not just the notes. It's not just the performance. It's all of that. And it's beyond that. And it brings something within me that feels a sense of power and joy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that thing you said that's within us, this power and this presence within us. Well, when you have a desire to create something. What is that? You know, to me, that's the creator wanting to express itself in and as and through you. And if this thing within you, the creator, the genie within, the infinite filmmaker, wants to create something from you, through you, in, as, and through you, it is unlimited in its ability to do that, unlimited. And we're the ones that limit ourselves. And so if we can free ourselves from the mind of separation from that highest divine presence within us, if we can free ourselves from the ideas that we're not connected to it, we're not connected to the ideas, we don't have the ideas, it's the inspiration's not flowing, the joy's not flowing, it's not flowing in our life right now. It's because we're disconnected from that divine presence within us that wants to express itself. And so
you're talking about, you asked me earlier, did I believe in the whole Jesus of Nazareth in all of the healings and all of that? Here's the deal. I was not there. There are a bunch of stories that have been passed on and adjusted and passed on. I know for myself, I have a core belief that it is going to bring more of that into experience if I believe it, if I ascribe to it, if I focus on the possibility of it, than if I focus on the not possibility of it. So by focusing on the unlimited power and creativity within us, we bring even more power and creativity by focusing on it, going, hey, this is possible. Oh, I've got writer's block. I've got, I can't come out. Okay. For some of us, that is the way we dive into the soil, get all mucky, and come out with, okay, now I've had my gnashing of teeth. I know I'm creative. I know I've got this divine desire to express this idea in whatever medium, be it film or music or stage or poetry or writing. I have this desire and I can bring it forth, and I can bring it forth in a manner that is powerful for me and powerful for all those around me. And that's the kind of idea that brings life to life, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, that was a mouthful. Let's go. I'm going to look at my notes here because I had something in here that I wanted to talk with you about.
Okay.
And that's the interplay between the power, presence, and the flow that, illustrates how this creativity is emerging harmoniously through us. So when we recognize our inherent power and we cultivate this, right, and we begin to use it to express that urge, that divine presence within us, that the muse within us, then how can we tap into that? And I know we're going to talk about this in the inner circle. There's different methods you can use to be able to allow this spirit within you, the genie within, to be able to express itself. How do you release the genie? What are some of the tools you might use? I guess is what I'm saying.
I really would like to come up with some new tools that no one has ever heard of. I just keep going back to your consistent desire to find new information about your unlimited possibility. So that's the first thing. That's the desire and the belief that that is possible. So whether pray if you want, affirm if you want, meditate if you want, read and study if you want, forgive if you want, be thankful if you want, tithe if you want, give service if you want, journal if you want. You can do all of those things, but doing them without a sense of the connection to the inner belief, that core belief that there is unlimited possibility and potentiality in how you live your life, then they just become systems of rote.
Yeah.
Now, they can point back to your belief and say, you can clarify this more, you can uplift this more, you can visualize this more, you can give more freedom to this thought. But if you do these tools without the core belief or the desire for the core belief, they're just empty.
Yeah, exactly. And something you said, the belief, the core belief, because to me, it's all measured according to your faith. If you believe that you have the power within you to create whatever you want. I talked with the guys. I went to my wife's art exhibit last weekend, and there were two guys there, and they build the train stations all over LA and all over the world. They just got back from, 10 years in Europe building some rail system in France. They were engineers, and they were really interesting because they believed. I asked them, I said, look at this project that's going on in LA with the Purple Line going up towards through Century City from downtown. That's a huge thing, digging underground for miles and miles and miles. And the thing I got out of it is they believed that they could do it because their experience showed them they could do it. They started out as young engineers, and they learned this and they learned that, and their experience, one step at a time, built their belief that we can build that, that subway system, no problem. And it was that belief, you had to grow in the belief. And so the same thing for us as creatives in the entertainment business. We start with little things, manifesting little things, like Dean and I did a visioning process, which was super powerful. But these processes that you use, they just help to build your belief and faith in something. In what? If you can't believe that you have the power to do it, then believe that there's something within you that has the power, because there is. And that's what we talked about today. And that's what we're going to talk about in the inner circle. What is the inner circle, Dean?
The inner circle. Now, if you would like to be a part of the inner circle, and I'm going to give our regular spiel here today, Rich, recognizing that this recording will be online for various times. That is to say, this week we're having a little bit of a problem with our website. Anyway, you can go to newthoughttuesdays.com and click on I want to be reminded, and we will put you on our mailing list and send you a little notice before New Thought Tuesday, so you can join the Zoom room and we all talk together after the topics. It's private, it's confidential. You can also send an email to dean@deanregan.com, and I will get you on the list as well, while our website is having some issues. So that's what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to talk about this interplay between the power, the presence, the creative flow, and how that illustrates our spirituality and our creativity, and how to draw upon that belief, that technique, that faith of your own personal power, and bring it into your creative experience, whether it is on stage, in film, in the music studio, writing poetry, wherever it may be. It might be in the law firm, it might be at the police department, it might be as a teacher. Your creativity that we all bring into this world is where that inner power is explored and is used. So we're going to talk about that today. It's kind of these inner circles are journeys of self-discovery, and they are so uplifting. So I'm grateful that we're going, and let's not take another minute before we go there.
Yeah, I will take another minute, though. I'm going to take another minute to just say that these inner circles that we do, it's for you. It's so that you, our audience, can understand what we're talking about on New Thought Tuesdays. We come on here and we talk for 20 minutes, and some of it's really far out. These concepts, these philosophical and spiritual and metaphysical concepts are pretty far out. But if you come to the inner circle, we can dig deeper into these so that you can start to use the power and the presence within you. And with that, I think we'll end this. Thank you very much. We'll see you on next Tuesday, or the inner circle. Take care.
See you.